Hello children, welcome to English class. Today in English class we are going to see degree of adverbs and adverbial phrases. So already we have learnt about the adverbs. So just today we learn about the degrees of adverbs. Now by these three sentences, kindly identify the adverbs in the sentence given below. Hares run fast. Lions run faster than hares. Among the three animals, cheetahs run the fastest. Did you all identify the adverbs in from these three sentences? Yes. Let us see whether you're right. So in the first sentence, fast, faster, fastest. So these are the adverbs which have been given in the sentence. Now let us learn the forms, that is of degree form of adverbs. So here has run fast. So here fast is the adverb. So this is the basic, or we'll tell it as positive form of the adverb. Then identify the adverbs in the sentence given below. So lions run faster than hares. So and among the three animals, cheetahs run the fastest. So what differences do you notice between these two adverbs, like faster and fastest? So here in the second picture, the lion was compared with the hare. So two things have been compared. And in the third thing, you can see that it was compared with more than three things. That is about three animals. That is about cheetah, hare and the lion. So here when the sentence was compared with two things, you can tell it as that is the comparative sentence. When the adverbs have been compared with three to more things, we'll tell that is the superlative. So here are the sentence faster and fastest. So here you can see lions run faster than hares. So this is the comparative form of the adverb because here two things have been compared. So here the comparative form is used when we compare the action performed by two subjects. So here what are the two subjects? Hares and the lion. So here it was compared with two subjects. So we'll tell it as comparative. Then what do you mean by superlative? So here you can see this is the superlative form of the adverb. Among the three animals, cheetahs run the fastest. So here you can see who are the three subjects? Hares, lions, cheetahs. So these three, it was comparing with three things. So here the superlative form is used when we compare the actions performed by three or more subjects. Now let us have a review. Positive form. This is the basic form. It is not used for comparison. Example, hares run fast. Comparative form. This form is used to compare the action performed by two subjects. So lions run faster than hares. So here you can see the two subjects are lion and the hares. Then superlative form. This form is used to compare the action performed by three or more subjects. So here you can see who are the three subjects. Animals like cheetah, hares and lion. So here among all three animals, cheetah run the fastest. So now I think you all understood about the degrees of adverbs. Now let us learn about the rules, how to write about the comparative and the superlative adverbs. So now rule number 1, we are going to see the regular adverbs first and then we'll follow with the irregular adverbs. So first here they have compared into positive, comparative and superlative. So you can see gracefully ly, the adverbs end with the letter L and Y. So when this positive sentence compared into comparative, what you have to do is you have to add more to the word. So here you can see for superlative it was added most to the adverb. So here gracefully, more gracefully, most gracefully, calmly, more calmly, most calmly. Then rule number 2, short adverbs. So here it's given us, as we saw in the previous lesson, when we see that CVC rule, that is about C stands for consonant and O stands for vowel, and again C stands for consonant. So here hot, example, H stands for consonant, O stands for vowel, and T stands for consonant. So as here the CVC rule has been applied. So when we change the positive into comparative, we need to just add the last letter again, and we have to add the ER to it for the superlative. For the comparative, so same rule have been followed, that we need to add the last letter again, and we have to add the EST to it. So here are some example for you. Hot, hotter, hottest. Smart, smarter, smartest. So first one is the example for the thing which I gave you. I told you about the CVC rule. So as I explained you, fat, hot and all, it's apply the CVC rule. So we need to double the end consonant, and we have to add ER to the comparative and EST for the superlative. So here the third rule, that is about when the adverb ends with the letter E, we need to add just R for the comparative and ST for the superlative. Example, late, later, latest. Then rule number 4. If the adverbs ends with the letter Y, like for example, happy, it ends with the letter Y. So here, while we change that positive into comparative, we just need to remove that Y from that, and we have to add IER for the comparative. And for the superlative, we need to remove Y and we need to add IEST to it. Then the fifth rule is about irregular adverbs. So here we all know that there is a rule which we have to follow, is about we need to by heart this irregular adverbs. So here you can see these adjectives do not follow any rule. So here you can see positive badly, you cannot write more badly or most badly, or you cannot write, or you cannot change it into it, right? So this kinds of irregular words will be changed into comparative and superlative in other words, like badly, worse, worst, well, better, best. So these, for this irregular adverbs alone, you need to by heart it. So by this we'll have a practice. So identify the adverbs and state if it is positive, comparative or superlative. So here are 5 sentences for you. Just find out the identify the adverb, and you have to write what kind it is. That is about whether it is positive, comparative or superlative. I'll just give you 2 minutes to find out the answer. Are you all ready to check your answers? Yes, here are your answers. Higher, comparative, west, superlative, gracefully, positive, happier, comparative, least, superlative. How many of them got full mark? Very good. Now, in this unit, we have learnt about adverbs in detail, but now we are going to learn about adverbial phrases. So identify the adverb in the sentence given below. Let us eat our lunch here. Can you identify the adverb in the sentence? Yes, here is the adverb. So here is the adverb. The adverb here, it modifies the word eat by answering the question where. So here you can see, let us eat our lunch where? Here, isn't it? So it was modifying the word eat by answering the question where. So let us learn the adverbial verb now. Adverbial phrase now. So let us eat our lunch under the tree. So here where they are taking their lunch? They are taking their lunch under the tree. So here the phrase under the tree describes the verb eat by answering the question where. So here you can see it plays the role of an adverb. So it is called as adverbial phrase. So I'll compare and show you. Let us eat our lunch here. We said that here is the adverb, and let us eat our lunch under the tree is a adverbial phrase. So here the place how has been taken into this. So here on the top you can read, an adverbial phrase is the term for two or more words that play the role of an adverb. So here under the tree it plays a role on the particular word here. So here adverbial phrases are of four types. What are they? Adverbial phrases of manner, adverbial phrases of time, adverbial phrases of place, adverbial phrases of quantity. Now let us learn about adverbial phrases of manner. I will sit in silence. How will I sit? So here the action says that how she or he may sit. So this shows the adverbial phrases of manner. So when the question raised how will tell it us that it is the adverbial phrases of manner. So here I will sit. How he has to sit? He has to sit in silence. So this is the phrases of manner. So another example for adverbial phrases of manner, that is a what? Mihir was so tired that he slept like a baby. So Mihir was so tired. How did he slept? He slept like a baby. So here raised as a question how. So it will become the adverbial phrases of manner. Now the next example is for adverbial phrases of time. I will do it in a minute. So when you will complete? I will do it in a minute. So when the question when raises, it will shows that it is the sentence adverbial phrases of time. Here is then another example, that is about after the game I will go back home. When will you go back home? So here the question raised as when. So it is the adverbial phrases of time. Now next is the example about adverbial phrases of place. I will park. Where will you park? I will park near this garden. So where are you parking? You are parking in the garden. So here it shows the place where. So when the question where raised, it was the adverbial phrases of place. Then again an example for the adverbial phrases of place. I will wait. Where will you wait? I will wait near the bus stop. So here the question raised where. Then it will be the example for the adverbial phrases of place. Then example of adverbial phrases of quantity. I have studied as much as is needed. So how much have you studied? As much as, isn't it? So here when the question raised is how much, you have to think that it was the adverbial phrases of quantity. So another example for adverbial phrases of quantity. The pilot landed the plane safely, but he missed the mark by a meter. So here how much did the pilot miss the mark? By a meter. So this shows the quantity, isn't it? So here let us have a practice on adverbial phrases. So I'll give you 2 minutes. Just read all the sentences and find out the adverbial phrases by how, when, where and how much. Did you all find the answer for this adverbial phrases sentence? Let us see the answer. In is here. In a palatial home. towards the north, at the top of his voice, for a while. So I hope that you all learnt about the adverbs, that is of positive, comparative, superlative, that is about degrees of adverbs, and we learnt about the adverbial phrases with an examples, right? Let us do the practice question which is given in the which I'll post it in the Google Classroom. So complete it and post it. Thank you, dear children.